Hi there YouTube, I'm Engineer Hoist, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Armada Megatron. Now here we are with Armada Megatron in his tank mode. It's a real mean looking tank mode, nice good color shade of green, some great paint details with his armor plating, really makes them pop. It's got a nice Decepticon symbol there on one side of the tank turret, a little yellow triangle, chevron I think is what it's called there, and a lot of this deco is evocative of the original Armada Megatron toy. I wasn't around for Armada Megatron, so but I've seen some pictures, and it looks pretty good and pretty close to the original. The turret does function, and you can see in line with the Armada toy line, it does have mini-con ports, 3, 4 here on the tank mode, and he's got a card. Let's talk about these cards for a second. It's a really great looking image of the Armada Megatron in action on the front. Pretty sure these came from the Transformers Legends game. It's got his name and half a Decepticon symbol down there. And on the back, it's just the same thing that's on the back of every card. I really think they missed an opportunity here to put a nice little bio and some tech specs. That's something that's been missing from all of these Combiner Wars, and even the Age of Extinction. The really short bios and no tech specs, which, call me a G1er if you want, but I like having the tech specs and the bios. Give me a little bit more information about the figure. But anyway, they all have the same thing. I mean, at least for the Decepticons, make it purple and put a Decepticon symbol on there. But no, it's the same exact back for every one of them. But anyway, the card itself is actually pretty cool. The art on the front. So let's get down to transformation. First, best thing to do is go ahead and line up the turret with the rest of the tank. And oh, I forgot to mention the tank treads do move. So that's a really cool feature. They don't work too good in reverse, but you know, you don't back up a tank, you push that sucker forward. Anyway, so first thing to do is go ahead and kind of grab it by the back here and split it. It's a little tough. It tabs in pretty good. There we go. And just go ahead and disconnect the purple part right here. That becomes the crotch plate. Flip that up to get out of the way, and just fold these down until they click, and move the feet down. Now let's move the camera up. Oh, there's a little Grimlock Age of Extinction tail sticking out over there. Take the front treads, just kind of flip them back. Take these arms, move them off to the side, and push the cannon down in. And if you like it with the fusion cannon look, you just go ahead and leave the cannon barrel that way. I like him better the way the product packaging shows. So you spin that around and flip the cannon out. Go ahead and flip the crotch plate up and flip the chest piece down. Lock that in. Go ahead and straighten the head. Move up the arm guards so his hands are revealed. It's a little tricky on the side with the cannon. And there he is, Armada Megatron in all of his glory. Now the instructions do say for the back pieces to slide them down and fold them in, which you could certainly do that, and that's something more for the Generation 1 styled Megatron, the silver one. Gives you that kind of a look. But the product packaging and the original toy and even the card show him with his treads more up like this. I suppose that's evocative of the gigantic shoulders that the original toy had. And he's pretty posable. He's a nice looking figure. Get him in frame here. Great looking head sculpt. We can see there, looking real mean, nasty, and angry. Just like you would expect Megatron to be. He can look down, he can look up, look around. His arms, you know, they'll bend at the elbows. He's got a little bit of a bicep swivel. The shoulders are a little weird. They looked weird in the product photos that we saw of this guy coming out, and they're no less weird once you have them in hand. But they are quite posable, even if they're not, you know, what you would expect them to be. And so that's pretty cool. I mean, he's got a good little paint scheme there. The silver Megatron, which I'm still totally going to get when I can find him. I really only picked this guy up because I couldn't find the original one, but I'm still going to get him, and I'm happy I got this guy because he's really cool. And I was going to show off the how the Minicon ports work, and I was thinking, you know, I don't have any Minicons because I wasn't around and collecting when Armada was around. But then I thought, hey, the Minicon set that came out with Generations with the Ammonites, I have those guys. So let's go ahead and bring in these guys. Let's plug him right here. Runway, Wind Shear, and go ahead and throw Heavy Tread on here. Maybe adjust his arm a little bit to get him on there. And so there he is, powered up with Minicons. And if you wanted to, it's almost a 5mm port, so you could actually throw, say, it doesn't hold very well, but you could throw Blackjack on there. If you wanted to be a little silly and stick with the Combiner Wars figures. So anyway, there's Armada Megatron, and overall, I think he's a really good-looking figure, leader class. He certainly isn't perfect, but no figure really is. But would I recommend getting this guy? Absolutely, especially if you grew up with Armada and are a fan of that series. But even if not, he's still just a great figure to get. You got to get either this guy or the Silver G1 Megatron, because it's a good figure. The tank mode's great, and the robot mode, even though it does have some quirks, I think overall it's really great. So now for a comparison shot, let's go ahead and move him back here so we can get him in better in frame. Let's go ahead and bring in Armada Starscream, the other homage to Armada, which again, you saw him. In fact, he still has this form in the IDW Comics now, and he's powered up with a couple of other Minicons that I remembered that I have. Got the little Swoop Minicon from the Age of Extinction Strafe Evolution 2 pack, and Kranix from my Unicron figure. It's probably the first time Kranix has actually been off a Unicron in a while. I bet he's happy to be away from that big guy. So anyway, so there's Armada Starscream and Armada Megatron. Hey, thanks for watching my review of the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Leader Class Armada Megatron. Now that you know what I think, I want to know what you think. Head down to the comments and let me know. While you're down there, if there's another figure you'd like to see me review, let me know that too. Then come back and click subscribe, or check me out on my blog or at Facebook. I'm Engineer Hoist. I'll see you next time.